Good morning, or good whatever time it is, wherever you are. Here now, it is Wednesday morning at 8:30. Hope your day is going well. If you're watching this on replay, feel free to skip forward to 3.5 minutes in. And while we're letting people come on in, I'm going to send this to Twitter or X. I still call it Twitter. A formal trance. Here, you can watch what I'm doing here. A formal trance to resolve something bothering you. See what I'm doing here? Because something is bothering you. Isn't it? See what I did there? I would only do that if I'm about to fix it. Because you don't want to induce pain in somebody unless you're going to use that pain to fix a problem, right? Don't do that unless you're really going to use it in a beneficial way. Oh, look, it did fix. It worked already. Ha! It did it automatically again. It used to not do that. Well, it used to do it, and then it stopped doing it, and now it's doing it again. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. Excellent. Sweet. All right. All right. Yeah, and we're going to do a formal trance today, which means this is a little bit going to be like the Feel Good Friday. Oh, looks like my green screen is screwing up. Oh, there it goes. It's working again. We're going to do this. It's going to work like a Feel Good Friday where you're going to go into, I'm going to guide you into an actual formal trance where you're going to be kind of like this. And it's going to feel good and real relaxed. And you're going to have maybe a little bit of time distortion about what's happening. But in the end, what we're going to do is clean up something that's been bugging you. Now, this isn't going to, I'm not doing trauma resolution here today, right? That requires more, that requires basically me to see you and do like actual interaction. I can't really do that on a one-to-many format. If you want trauma resolution, that's for sessions, one-on-one sessions. But what I can do is use, but we can resolve something that's causing you problems. I'm going to see if I can fix this real quick. When you have a green screen, you can't wear a green shirt, or you look like you're transparent. It's kind of wild. All right. 3.5 minutes in, let's get started. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Daily Upgrade with Jason Andrews. My name is Jason Andrews, and I'm a hypnotist, which is pretty cool because that means I know how to change things on the inside to make things better. And if you're here, that means you probably like it when things get better. You like it when you get better. You like it when people around you get better. And that's what I'm here for, too. And today, we're going to resolve something that's bothering you. Right? This is going to be a formal trance induction, and we're going to do this. It's not going to be something that's huge. It's not going to be a major life disruption thing that gets resolved, but it's going to be something that has at least been bugging you. And you're going to feel better about it. And you're going to be able to address the situation with more resourcefulness. So the first thing we want to do is take a deep breath because you've had some other things going on, and we're just going to take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and let it go. All right, ready? Breathe in. Hold it and let it all go. Better. And then we're going to take everywhere your mind has been, all these thoughts, every place where your mind has been thinking, we're just going to take it all and bring it all in so you can focus in. Now, today I'm going to talk about, well, today we're going to go into, as I said, a formal trance to resolve something that's bothering you. Now, what we're doing today, this needs to be 2 or 3 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? It's only going to work on something that level, what I'm doing here today. Maybe a 4. There's going to be something that irritates you or is maybe a hindrance or an annoyance. It's not going to be like a trauma. It's not going to be something major, but something that once it's removed, you do feel better about it. You do feel better about it. And because this is going to be a formal trance, at some point I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. And whether you close your eyes or not is going to depend on you and where you are. If you're driving, you know whether to close your eyes or not. But this will work better if you're in a comfortable position. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? So let's do this. Let me adjust that just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. So to start, you're going to want to uncross your arms and legs. Right. For you guys who have been watching me for a while, this will be familiar. You want to uncross your arms, uncross your legs. You want to sit roughly symmetrically, because as you go into a trance today, your body will naturally want to adjust to be more symmetrical. It's just part of what trance does. But give it a boost by just starting by sitting relatively square and comfortable anyway. Now, it'll help if you can see me and see what I'm doing. So if you're watching me now, then that'll be good. And if you are, if you're just listening to me, that's the critical part. You have to be able to hear what I'm saying. You have to hear my voice. You have to hear the sounds that I'm making, right? That's the core basic requirement for doing this. So you can also feel where you are, because you do want to get comfortable. So there's a surface under you, whether it's a chair or a couch, or you're on the floor, or you're standing, or whatever you're doing. There's some surface under you. I want you to be able to feel that. That's important, because when you feel the surface underneath you, you get a sense of sort of stability in place and time. And we're gonna use that today. So as you continue to listen to what I'm saying, we're going to now take 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and use your judgment on that, all right? Because you're going to see some things, and then when you close your eyes, you're going to see other things. And it's also going to change the way you feel, okay? So let's do deep breath 1. Ready? Breathe in. Hold it. And now release. Good. And now deep breath in 2. Hold it. Hold it. And now release. And now the 3rd deep breath in. Breathe in. Hold it. Hold it. And this time, as you breathe out, close your eyes. That's right. Now, whether your eyes are closed right now or not, you're going to notice that you can still hear me. You can still hear the sound of my voice. And if your eyes are closed, you're going to be able to see something on the inside now. And you can also still feel things on the outside, the surface beneath you, the temperature of the air in the room. And if your eyes are closed, you can see things on the inside, but you can still hear things on the outside, but you might also be able to hear something on the inside now too. And as you go inside even more, you can begin to feel things on the inside as well. And that's really interesting and useful, right? Because today we're going to take something that's been bothering you and we're going to resolve it. Now, what I'm doing here today isn't going to work for something huge. It isn't going to work for something traumatic. This is designed for something that's an annoyance of yours, something that bugs you. 2, 3, maybe a 4 out of 10 in intensity. Because the thing is, sometimes it's those little things that cause you the most issues because they're low priority, because they're never urgent enough to really deal with all the way. So they're always there. And so I want your mind to pick something in that 2 to 3, maybe 4 out of 10 range, something that's been bugging you, something that's been annoying you, and make sure that you do identify exactly one thing for this process. And if you've identified more than one, just pick one of them. Because we're going to do this very precisely, because that's how we're going to get the best results. So now that you've got your thing, that thing that you want to resolve, there's a number of things we can do. And the first one is to just let it exist. Because if it's just a minor annoyance, then in the past you may have just tried to brush it away. But of course it comes back. You may have tried to ignore it, but of course it comes back to your attention. So just for now, just for the purposes of this, I want you to just let it exist in whatever sensory form it exists for you. Do you see it? Do you hear it? Do you feel it? Do you smell or taste it? Those are all important. So just let it all exist in that form. And the thing about once you actually let the problem exist in the way it actually exists is that it loses some of its intensity already, hasn't it? And you can kind of just think, do I even need this anymore? Is this really doing anything for me? Because if it's doing something useful for you, but it's doing it in a way that annoys you, it's not doing its job very well. So maybe instead of having it annoy you, maybe it can do its job in a way that's good for you, in a way that you enjoy, or at least in a way that you don't object to consciously. Because you already realize that even if this is something that has some use, it's going about it the wrong way. And everybody remembers that person who asked them for a favor that who asked you for a favor that you were totally willing to do. But they asked it or demanded it in a way that annoyed the heck out of you. And so you didn't want to do the thing anymore. So, whatever that job is that it's trying to do, have it find a way to do it that doesn't annoy you, but instead gives you feelings of having more control, having more strength, having more power to take charge of your own life and do things that are good for you and good for those around you. And I don't know what that is for you specifically, because I don't know what the annoyance that you picked to resolve was. So I'm going to let you discover for yourself what that new way of handling the situation is going to be. But I do know that because you have allowed it to exist and have addressed this problem resourcefully, that you can now come up with better solutions than the one already in place. Because the one already in place, you created that when you were younger and less experienced and had less experience of the world and less understanding of the world than you do now. I mean, that's true, right? I mean, if it's from your past, then by definition, you created it when you had less experience in the world. But now you can create a new solution with all the experience, all the understanding, all the resourcefulness you have now. And you're going to find that it's going to work better now than it did before. And you're also going to discover that your annoyance level has dropped. The annoyance may have completely gone away by now, but at the very least, it has reduced. And you can use that to feel good on a more consistent basis. And you might discover that you're more willing to address the situation as a whole than you were before. And that's a win as well. So I'm going to let you come back at your own pace today, because you may have a little more processing to do. And that's okay. But when you do come back, you're going to feel more relaxed, more at peace about the past, and more optimistic about the future. Because you've changed something today in a really good way, haven't you? And that's something you can feel good about. So thank you for being here with me today. If you found this useful or interesting, feel free to share it with others. And if there's something larger in your life that you want to resolve, feel free to check out my website, jasonandrews.coach, because I have options where we can do one-on-one work to resolve the bigger issues that are bothering you in your life. So take a look and get in touch with me if that's you, if that's something you're interested in. And the last thing I'm going to say today is have a really wonderful day, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning.